guys, what's up? It's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. And before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And let's get on with the video. So this is a bit weird to start a vlog. I am already in the middle of two books. I am reading The It Girl by Ruth Ware, and I am on page 154 of this. So far, it's okay. I'm not liking it, but I'm not hating it. I think if it stays the same pace, I'm not sure. Maybe a 3-star read. It's just okay. It's mediocre. And the other book I'm reading is In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer. And I'm reading that via ebook from Libby, so from my library. And I am over 50%. I think I'm like 60% of the way through. So I know it's weird to start a vlog when I'm in the middle of two books, but I thought I would do it anyways. And so I am going to continue reading. I think I'm going to read some of the It Girl. So I will get reading and update you guys later. So I finished In a New York Minute. I gave it 4.5 stars. I actually really liked it. I am still reading The It Girl, and I am on page 244, and I still have the same thoughts I did before. It's okay, nothing great, but I am going to probably finish this book hopefully by the weekend. Today is Thursday, and I hope to finish it by tomorrow night. So I will update you guys when I have made more progress or start another book. I've decided to help me choose the next book I want to start. I will use my TBR jar, so hopefully I get something good. Yeah, they're falling out. Let's go for this one. This is Start a New Series, and a whole bunch of prompts just fell on the floor. Okay, so for Start a New Series, I'm going to start The Shadow's Heir by K.J. Taylor. And this is an adult fantasy, and that is all I know about it, so let's get reading. So I finished The It Girl by Ruth Ware. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really loved the ending. I knew I wasn't really into this book to begin with. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't liking it that much. But the last, 70 pages were so good. Once we found out who did it, I was shocked, first of all. But then it got so good, and I just couldn't put the book down from that point on. So 4.5 stars for this. I have not started The Shadow's Heir, I believe it's called. The other book I was going to start, I have not started it yet. I was reading this one. But I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to start a book, either the one I have from my library on audio or one of my books on my physical TBR. I'm not sure yet. So I started Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison on audio, and so far I'm liking it. I'm 15% of the way through, and I can't wait to continue listening. Okay, so I have decided to DNF The Shadow's Heir. I was just not liking this book, so I'm going to DNF this, and I am 66% of the way through Mixed Signals, and I am loving it. I think it's going to be a 5-star read, and I think I'm going to start another book physically, but I'm not sure which one, so I'll come back with some options. So I think I'm going to read Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. This is a supernatural romance, and it just sounds really good, and hopefully it is. So I finished Mixed Signals. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Caleb was just the sweetest. He was a golden retriever hero, and I loved it. It was sweet and steamy, and I really enjoyed it. And I have not read much of Not the Witch You Wed. I'm on page 7, but I'm probably going to read more of that either tonight or tomorrow. I am going to the movies tonight. I'm going to go see Megan, and so after that I may read, or I may just go to bed or do whatever and continue reading it tomorrow. So I'm on chapter 3, which is page 32, I believe, well, I'll just check. Yes, page 32, chapter 3 of Not the Witch You Wed. So far, it's okay. I'm not loving the writing style. The story's good, but the writing style is not my favorite. But I'm also going to start The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This is a classic that I've been wanting to read for a while, so I think now is the time I'm finally going to get to it. And look, the covers, they're both purple. Anyways, so I'm going to start reading this one. So I decided to soft DNF Not the Witch You Read. I like the story, but I'm not loving the writing style, but I don't know, maybe the timing's just not right for me. So I'm going to soft DNF this, which means I'm going to put it back on my shelves. I'm going to DNF it, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I'll put it back on my shelves and pick it up at a later date. I am going to keep my bookmark in, just in case I want to start from where I was before, like now. And so I'm going to put that back. Now I want to read another book. I want to read a romance because I'm going to read The Picture of Dorian Gray. And that's the kind of book for me where it's like, it may be great, but like I need to read a little bit and then read something else, read a little bit, something else, you know. It's not a book I could just sit and read on its own. Like, I need another book to go back to. So what book? I'm trying to decide, do I read one of my newer ones and the ones I think I'm going to love? Or something that I've had for a bit longer that I'm not so sure about? Like, I'll come back with some options. Okay, so I'm trying to decide between I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston and November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I don't know which to read. I feel like, I don't know, I think I'll like both of them, but I think I'll like November 9 more. But I've had I Kissed Shara Wheeler on my TBR for longer. But you know what? Right now, I think I really need a good book. So I think they're both going to be great, but I'm going to read November 9 by Colleen Hoover. So I am on page 18 of The Picture of Dorian Gray. I find the writing actually quite easy to follow, and I am enjoying the story. I mean, I barely started, but I am liking it. And November 9, I'm on page 126, and I am loving it. I am nearing the end of their second meetup. Like, they meet up every November 9th, and this is the second year they've done it. They met the first year, and now this is the first time they've met up since. And I am almost finished, and then we will move on to the next time they meet up a year later. So I have just probably pages, like very few pages, like 3 to 5 pages left before we move on to the next year when it's the third time they meet up. And I am loving this book so far. So this is about Fallon and Ben and their story. And basically, yeah, they just meet up every November 9th. And they just have a great time, and they really like each other, and I am just loving this book. Okay, so I just finished November 9, and I loved this book so much. I gave it 5 stars. This book was amazing. It was so good. I loved the characters, and they had great chemistry, and the ending was just perfect. I really enjoyed this book. I'm still reading The Picture of Dorian Gray, and so I guess I'll update you when I get further into that. But I just wanted to say I love this book, and I can't recommend it enough. So I just wanted to come on here and say that I finished The Picture of Dorian Gray. I give it 5 stars. I loved it. And that is it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, post notifications, and I will see you all next time.